something different. I like different stuff. Manitin, hook misses for him. Oh, there's the whole hog. Coco pushed back a little bit. I heard Coalescence popped as well by Custa, trying to keep some people up, but it's all Florida right now. Vic fighting the duel here. Maybe we'll be able to survive. No, he gets the heals just at the last moment from Zebasai. Who also brings back Swoosh, and that should be pretty much point A. Looks like it's cleanup time here after they get rid of Custa. Dallas jumping onto the payload now. Chips falls almost immediately, though. Not even getting to use that EMP. I think that might have been the plan there. But things just really not coming together for Dallas quite yet.
That's a nice shot, though. Oh, not going to save him.
Sure enough, Coalescence used by Custa as the fight engages on the payload there, pushing everybody back as best he can. Getting a decent amount of healing, trying to keep that diva up, but the whole hog pushing him back now. Logix does take out effect. He wins the Tracer duel, and Florida Mayhem, maybe with that supercharger from Marisa, might be able to push forward here. Custa on the side of the fight. Oh, but he can't quite get the healing done.
They did move off the Lucio quite some time ago and put Harry Hook onto the Zenyatta, which you think can get at least effect, and Chips would be able to get into the back line.
Yeah, Chips
another
pops.
EMP.
The EMP. Trying to find some kills off of that, though. Logix untouched so far. Dallas Fuel again just not finding the fights they need. Vic gets two actually on that Widowmaker. Pulse Bomb finds Mickey, and Dallas just seems to be completely lost when it comes to stopping Florida.
There hasn't been pressure on the front line because they don't have the damage to break through the Orisa barrier, and when they try and flank, Manitin can turn around and try and fish for hooks on the flankers. So they haven't found an effective mode of attack with this composition really at all.
Yep, true enough. And it looks like it's only a matter of time now until Florida finishes this attack. EMP comes through, but with most of the members of Dallas Fuel dead, there's no one really around to take advantage of that. Harry Hook falls, last-ditch effort as Mickey's pulled on, and that's going to be it. A really solid attack round for Florida, but I got to say, some pretty confusing stuff coming out of Dallas Fuel.
Right. So if you're playing receptively, it gives you more opportunities to look for hooks as people have to dash across the open ground. Easier to heal these multiple tanks unless you get caught like that.
That's just a really, really nice hook coming out from Manitin, actually. He pays for it soon, but getting the Moira off the payload is certainly a good start. Vic getting zoned out a little bit here. Zupa does fall. Vic on the run. They've pushed him pretty far away from the rest of the fight, but hey, that's not bad if you're a Widowmaker. Custa and Effect both fall here. A good chance for Florida Mayhem to win a pretty crucial fight here towards the end of point A. There goes Mickey, nice shot again from Tavik. Harry swapping over to that Lucio. They just want to get people back to the payload as fast as they can. Zebasai does fall early. Tavik gets a counter kill onto Harry Hook though. And Manitin, I think he's been winning this Roadhog duel all map so far, hands down.
There's no pressure on Tavik right now. He is shooting openly across this entire space.
That's rough, man. Another whole hog already from Manitin. Dallas Fuel absolutely scattered here. There is no way they can turn this one around, and yeah, with Harry getting picked off, I don't even think they can get back to the payload now.
Tavik didn't even have to move. He was standing on the high ground that entire fight, headshotting supports.
Ooh,
Mickey. This back though, they can't quite get Mickey down. There we go.
Yeah, there's the EMP. Seagull gets him immediately though. Zupa comes in for the resurrection. Doesn't have the Valkyrie quite yet. No, he did, but he didn't use it. Got taken down by Seagull. That was a dangerous move for Zupa to fly in like that.
He put the trap underneath the translocator, and a lot of times that's why we see players who are more used to Sombra than perhaps Tavik is, trying to use their shift ability to dash into the point. That was a long setup for virtually no reward.
Oh, that
Seagull gonna trap that health back and take out Logix.
He is a great Junkrat player, and he's really showing it right now. Meanwhile, though, Florida storming onto the point. Zupa pops that Valkyrie, brings a couple people back up again. Chips manages to keep Harry Hook in the fight. Seagull does go down, though. There's the res, bringing him back up, and XQC gets the kill onto Zupa. Looks like Dallas is gonna hold for just a bit longer.
You need to know where the Sombra is at all times so that you can make sure that you nail the Transcendence, because that could be the difference between victory and defeat.
Wow, instant DMAC for Manitin there. XQC finding that kill. A lot of damage coming in from that Riptire. No kills out of it though. Zebasai responding though, raining death from above with that Pharah. Hasn't really been touched lately. And Mickey DMAC looks like that may be it. So Dallas just completely overrun there, courtesy of the EMP.
Yeah, Tavik found it. It was a battle between Tavik and Harry Hook to see whose ult was going to land. Of his team right now just poking in. He's just waiting to see if Somebody's gonna show their face around that corner, but they're gonna start off with a self-destruct.
Interesting. All right, gonna toss in the back here. That's gonna make room for Tvik to walk out, I suppose. But there we go, looking for that mercy. Oh, doesn't get the kill somehow. Has to do it the old-fashioned way. Can't quite make it happen, though. Some frustration from Tvik, obviously. Zupa brings back Sebasai. So they're not done quite yet, but now as Swoosh falls, I think they may have to back off a little bit here. Sebasai finding the long-range pick onto Chips. He's going to be up soon, but maybe not soon enough. Everybody has to play very defensively right now.
That's potentially disastrous.
That's a problem. Oh, that's a problem for Florida. Swoosh taken out. There goes Tvik. In fact, not even needing that tac visor just yet. And XQC with the kill onto Zupa. Things falling apart for Florida right now in the last few seconds of their attack run. And there's the tac visor. It's a zoning ultimate, and I mean that in the most real sense right now. Hard to get in there with that one. And OT ticking away. Effect carrying Dallas Fuel to a defensive hold. Well, I like it. This is one way to try to break that hard point. You don't need to jump in, you just need to pull them back a little bit. Seagull finally finds a kill onto Tvik there. Sebasai falls as well. XQC jumping in, doing damage. And Effect with that pulse bomb, not even going to need it. And that was just really well done by Dallas Fuel. All right, both support ults up again. Sebasai falls early, good pick. Seagull finds another one onto Tvik. This might be the moment they've been waiting for here. Tvik does demech Mickey. But Florida Mayhem a little bit short-handed here. Mickey brought back up again by Chips. Seagull just firing from the high ground there. They've got Florida Mayhem pushed back a little bit. Oh, nice trap onto Swoosh. He couldn't get away from that angle. And things are looking pretty good for Dallas. They've almost got it here. Logic's taken down fast, and that will be it. Dallas Fuel, despite the last-minute May, able to take out Florida Mayhem here on Lunar Colony and tie up the series. Yeah, and now they're going to finally send the Diva up to try to deal with it. Maniton swapping off the Roadhog to do that. Logix gets brought back up by Zupa again. In effect, still harassing that back line. Ooh, he nearly has Zupa down like 5 HP on that Mercy right now. Very, very low, but he has to flee back to his team. He gets the Orb of Harmony to stay alive, and there's the DMEC on Maniton. Pretty good start, and here comes the Primal Rage for Swoosh, but he's not able to accomplish anything.
Okay, that attack was very awkward from the Florida Mayhem. They staggered their dive, so the Winston came in later than everybody else, and then once the Mercy was already healing up, so Chips was healing up Taimou that entire engagement with the help of the Valkyrie, and they chased him halfway across the map, while the rest of their team lost like a 5v3.
All right, point unlocks right now. Taimou getting to a safer location ideally. Ooh, Chips does fall. There's a kill for Tvik, and he manages to take out Taimou. Good start for Florida Mayhem now. The zoning didn't quite come through like Dallas was hoping.
Yeah, that time Tvik snuck around on the flank as the Pharah and gets the Mercy and the Widowmaker.
That was a lot of Dallas members packed together for the moment. There's the Pulse Bomb coming in. No kills from that, but Tvik says, no problem, man. I got the barrage. Gets a couple there, and Logix with the cleanup. The pressure that this Tracer's been able to put on Dallas Fuel this map has been crazy.
Yeah, Logix is definitely having a great game right now.
Oh, yeah.
See if they can deal better with Tvik and Logix than they have been. The flank is coming through, and that's a great barrage onto Effect.
Yeah, good to get Effect out of the way early. Tvik's positioning in general has been really good this map. Ooh, can he get the kill onto Chips? No, not quite. Tvik coming back on the other side, though, and they are flipping the point. They're already at 99%. If they can get it, they've got a good chance. Taimou does find Zupa, though, with the Deadeye. No mercy right now for Florida Mayhem, but they do manage to flip it. We're into OT. Dallas Fuel still sticking at 74%, and Tvik just trying to do whatever he can to finish off the members of Dallas. Logix finds Chips again, though, in the back line.
Effect's gonna win that duel, and finally Custo arrives. So he comes back with the Transcendence. They were waiting for him to run all the way back from the spawn. Healing may be what they need. Zupe will come out with the Valkyrie now. It looks like that's probably going to be too much for them to handle.
Oh, nice boop. I think he might have actually found, oh, no, he didn't quite kill XQC. He had the jump available. Zupa does kill Swoosh. There's another barrage comes in for Tvik, looking for targets, but he doesn't need to find any. They take the point, zoned him out long enough, and we're all tied up here on Ilios.
Chip's
He's sitting on that health pack too.
Ridiculous! Oh my! Chip getting a ridiculous amount of ult charge, and once that Tracer gets EMP'd, a sitting duck for the primary fire from the Moira. No escaping.
Yeah, a couple Coalescence kills. He does get taken down in the end there. Taimou trying to stay alive. Translocator doesn't come through, and Florida coming back in a big way. I think maybe Dallas got a little bit over-aggressive in that last fight. Do we let them have the point, or do we fight them without any of our abilities? And neither one's a good option. So they did lose it there. Effect coming back around.
They now wanted to recall straight back into that Winston. Dragon Blade
Here
will
we
find
go.
effect.
Wow, Chips gets a couple with the Biotic Orb, though. Zebasai comes in with the sound barrier after the reses come through. Teams charging in with that big shield, and Dallas backing away right now. They've got a couple ults to use. Mickey actually popping that self-destruct. Oh, and it catches Zebasai with it. He couldn't get off the point in time, but Florida will still flip it in the end.
Taimou's going to be running in with the EMP. Is he going to get enough people?
That's seemed to be a pretty decent one here coming in. Effect finishes off Manitin right now. Taimou looking for Tracer on the side. Logic's in a bit of trouble. Ooh, Effect, that was a close one, man. He had to recall to stay alive. He's got that pulse bomb, but not a lot of health. No, he gets the heals now to deal with it.
Thing is, they're not actually getting the mercy. Finally, Zupe goes down.
Yeah.
Manitin was resurrected in that fight, so it looked like a good EMP.
And those pulse bombs from Effect just have not been finding their marks this series at all. Whole hog, though, for Manitin, not enough. Didn't have a lot of health to keep that one going. Dallas nearly has the point flip back again. There they do, they get it. They're already up to 95%. It's do or die time for Florida, and I don't know if they can even get back there. Yeah, they do just in the nick of time, overtime. 99% right now for Dallas Fuel. Coalescence comes in, healing, doing damage to OT bar, ticking away. Manitin on the Diva, tries to get in there, but he can't do it. Dallas takes a nail biter on Ilios. Getting a headshot onto Effect, turns back to see if he can maybe get that kill. Doesn't look like it. Effect gets healed there. Swoosh does fall down. Zupa brings him back up right away. Now the fight into this narrow choke. Both Divas are there. Mercy ult. Is it going to be enough? I don't know. Manitin demaxed by Effect. Gets killed off too. XQC has that Primal Rage available now. And Tavik on the run. Yeah, I guess Primal Rage doesn't help you too much if you're dead. Speaking of ults though, a lot going for Florida Mayhem here as they go on the attack. Once more. Gonna have at least 4 available. Vic on the high ground. Vic trying to get in the back lines, actually finds Chips. Wants a little bit more, gets Taimou as well. Great Dragon Blade for Tavik, and Florida Mayhem, unless these reses make a big difference, might be able to win this fight. Let's see if they can do it. There's the Primal Rage now from XQC. Logix runs out of Attack Visor and runs out of HP as he gets beaten into the wall there, basically.
But that's the clutch play you needed from XQC.
Yeah.
They had 2 ults. Florida had 2 big ults going into that fight. The Dragon Blade and the Tactical Visor. XQC by himself not only nullifies the Attack Visor, but manages to kill Logix at the same time.
Chips has that nano boost again, so he can boost QX or XQC one more time. There's a StarCraft guy named QXC, guys. It's hard to break that. There's a biotic. Oh, that's a good biotic grenade, actually. Onto Florida. Zebasai has to be brought up early again already. There's a duel, and Chips takes down Logic. Oh, that's why we like Chips Anna so much. He can take those duels, and Dallas already repelling Florida Mayhem. All right, there's an nano boost again, like we talked about. Gonna try to go after Zebasai a little bit, turns around here, a little bit low health. Has to try to find that Dragon Blade. Can he do it? Yeah, Tavik taken out before he can really put it to use here. Kills coming in for Florida, though, in the end. XQC still has that Primal Rage available. Zebasai brings back Swoosh, so it is a brawl. Zebasai does go down, though, so no Lucio now. And it looks like Dallas just finally picking apart Florida Mayhem. Nobody seems to be able to stay alive, and as the tanks get whittled down here.
Yeah, they need to get back to
Tavik. About it.
So XQC just pops his Primal Rage for the additional jump to make sure that Tavik dies, but no coming back from that custom with the last Valkyrie, and that will be a full hold.
Okay, so Taimou, yeah, finding that Mercy. Zupa low already, gets zoned out by the 2 tanks. Zupa does fall anyway. Mickey coming in for the kill. Ooh, but Florida responding in a big way. Tavik's Junkrat will not be denied.
They're faking the going underneath before they come in through the main way, and now they just want Zebasai to be dead as fast as possible, and they will get their wish.
Their wish is their command as well. Zupa brings him back up, but he's out of the fight for a little bit. Effect finds Zebasai again with the pulse bomb. No soldier, no problem. Tavik taken down, brought back up again by Zupa. That Valkyrie making a big difference here. Taimou having to back away as a brawl on the payload commences right in front of us here.
He keeps on shooting in, but the Winston bubble stopping a lot of that damage. Gotta get rid of Zupe right now. He's so low.
XQC finds the kill on the Manitin, and Taimou kind of untouched. They're getting closer here, and with that kill on Logix, they should be able to do it. Zebasai, the last man standing, he gets eliminated, and now it doesn't look like there's anyone standing between Dallas Fuel and victory, and they will take it 3-1 for Dallas here in their last match. of the preseason.
And even though that was a full hold, that was actually probably the best map of the series. Both of the teams reacting well to each other's approaches.